Hello, welcome to SR blog. In this video, we will learn about Delegate. It's possible that many developers are writing codes without intentionally using Delegate and they don't know why exactly we should use them. So today, we will learn about what is Delegate, how does it help. Mostly I will be explaining it in Visual Studio. So let's switch to Visual Studio. Let's create a console application. Let's name it as Delegate. Let's create a new class called Delegate Demo. So what is delegate? Let's define it first. A delegate is a class that represents a method with a specific signature and return type. Or it can also be defined as a delegate is a pointer to a method, which means instance of a delegate holds the address of a method and hence it can call the method from anywhere. We will write multiple programs today to understand delegate. So let's go ahead and write our first delegate program. In this first program, we are going to create a method and call this method using a delegate. Let's create a method, public void print message string message printing a message via delegate call message. Now, let's go ahead and create the delegate. Let's make this method as private. So how do you declare a delegate? Let's write public delegate keyword, and the rest is the way you define a method. Now, since you want to call this method using a delegate, so your delegate must have the similar signature. That means the return type void and the parameter string. So let's go ahead and write the signature of delegate. Void print delegate, and let's give the input parameter message. Now let's go ahead and create a method, public print message. Now what do we want to do it here? We basically want to call this method message, but not like this. We would like to call this using a delegate. So let's go ahead and create the instance of the delegate. So which is our delegate? Print delegate. So let's create an instance of it. Print delegate. Now, how did we define a delegate? A delegate is a pointer to a method, which means instance of a delegate holds the address of a method. So it means this instance of this delegate will hold a address of a method. Now, which address method we would like this delegate to hold? Print message. So let's give this method name here. This delegate can basically hold any method that complies to this signature, void and string. Now let's call this delegate to invoke this method. So how did we call a delegate? You just have to give delegate name and what message you would like to pass, the message, the input parameter. That's it. Now let's call this method from our program.cs class. Let's instantiate our delegate demo class. Delegate demo. Let's call the print method. Let's pass a message, hello world. Let's build this application. It's all fine. Let's put a debugger and run the application. Let's press F11. It comes here. It creates the instance of our delegate. Now this delegate holds print message method. Now when we call this, it goes to print message and it prints the message. Now what we have done here, we have created a method and we have called that method using a delegate. This program just explains the definition of the delegate, which is delegate holds the reference of a method. Now let's write another program on delegate which is little closer to the real world scenario. Let's say we have an operation which takes long time to finish. Let's refactor this code a bit. Do long operation. Let's not receive any message. Let's delete this all. Let's have a for loop here. Say this loop goes till 1000. Let's print a message to string. Say it does some operation which takes time. So let's do a thread dot sleep for 2 seconds. That's it. Let's delete this method. We don't need this now. Let's go to our program.cs class and let's call our method do long operation. Let's build this. All good. Let's run. Now you can see every 2 seconds a number gets printed here. Now let's take a new use case. Say the caller of do long operation method, which is in our case nothing but program.cs class, just wants that he should be notified about the progress of the operation, which is basically do long operation. And depending on the do long operation progress, program.cs class wants to take the decision how he wants to print the message. So the printing of the message should not happen here. Responsibility of printing the message will be taken by program.cs. So what do we want to print here? Say this for loop processes 1000 items and we would like to print the processing status of these items. So basically we will have a method here, update item status. This will receive the item number. Let's format the message processing. Currently processing item, item number. Let's give a line break. Now, this is the method that you want to call back from here. So, you would like to pass this method reference to this method. So, let's do that. Update callback and pass this method. Now, since delegate can hold the reference of this method, so do operation method should receive a delegate. Let's rename our delegate to update progress callback and receive it here. Update progress callback. Now what do we want here? We want to call the method back with a parameter. So let's call this our item number. Let's do a thread.sleep in the beginning as well for 1 second. Okay, so we need to have this static. Let's build this. All good. Let's run it. Currently processing 0 item. Currently processing 1 item. Now you can see the caller has the flexibility of modifying the messages. Now to summarize our refactored code, we have a long running method here. Take this as a method in some third-party component. Earlier we used to print the message here itself, forcing the client to agree to the given message formatting. Now with this refactoring, we give the client the flexibility to modify the message, printing the way the client wishes to. Now in our case, it's just a message printing. In most of the scenarios, it could be some condition check as well, mostly used in framework development. Thanks for watching this video. Hope this clears your concept about Delegate. Please subscribe to the channel if you wish to have more such contents.